Hey everyone, Feeper here. Amazon Game Studios' first title, Crucible, went into public alpha 3 days ago as of the making of this video, and has already garnered a decent, mixed reaction. There's two game modes. There's one that's sort of like a spin on a BR, and then there's another that's sort of a MOBA-like hero shooter with 2 teams of 4. Or at least it's supposed to be 2 teams of 4. Now, I have exclusively played the Harvester mode, which is the MOBA-esque one with 2 teams of 4, but which game mode I play honestly doesn't really matter for what I'm going to be talking about in this video. What I want to talk about today is the problem with releasing an alpha to the public, particularly if the game is a shooter, and how sadly Crucible may have already built its own coffin. So let me get this out of the way first. I like this game. I really, really do. I think most of the character designs are pretty solid. They all feel different. They all have pretty cool and unique abilities. The Harvester mode's PvE aspects are quite nice. It's a cool way of sort of incorporating MOBA-esque features into a shooter. I think they did a good job with that. But as I continued to play the game, I kept coming back to one thing. And that one thing was, I shouldn't be playing this right now. I don't mean that in terms of, oh, I don't like this game, I don't want to play it, I want to play something else. I mean it in terms of, I like this game, it has a lot of potential, but it's just too early in its life cycle to be available to the public. The average Joe Schmo like me shouldn't be allowed to play this game right now because it just isn't ready for the entire world to get its hands on. Obviously, it's an early access alpha or whatever you want to call it, but therein lies the problem. I can play this game knowing that it's in alpha and understand why the movement feels a bit clunky, why the gunplay isn't ironed out yet, why certain abilities don't activate when you press them, etc. But the thing is, will most people understand that? I think a lot of people who are playing Valorant right now or COD Warzone and they want to see what all the buzz is about Amazon's first title are going to write this thing off after 2 to 4 matches. There are problems with this game that really are just a product of it being early in its life cycle, such as a 4v4 game mode glitching into a 5v3, or lack of information from the game during gunfights. There's no real sound for hit markers, things like that. And I think the majority of gamers are just going to be turned off by those things. This is the problem with alphas and early access games such as this. 10 years ago, alphas weren't really a thing the public ever got to toy with. I mean, you were lucky if you even got into a closed beta for a game before it launched. Nowadays, alphas, betas, early access, it's also common and in your face that people expect more from them, and I think maybe even subconsciously view them as the game just releasing early with maybe a few minor hiccups. Crucible is very clearly in the beginning stages, which is totally fine, but I think Amazon's decision to release it to the public like this under the guise of an alpha or no was really jumping the gun. Most people are going to be turned off by the game's lack of polish, and saying that feels really, really stupid knowing that it's an alpha, but then again, therein lies my point. And I think Amazon is going to be hard pressed to get those players to give their game a second chance later on down the line. As far as my thoughts on the actual game itself, I think it, and by extension Relentless Studios, show a lot of promise. I would absolutely love to come back to this game in 3, 4, even 5 months after some updates to see how the game is shaping up and give it another try. I'd even give it 3 more tries. I really want to see what this game becomes once it's closer to that sort of full release or even beta state, because I think it's a cool game, and honestly, considering all things, I think it should be successful. It just might have shot itself in the foot with this alpha, but only time will tell. And that's going to be it for this one. Thank you to all who have made it this far. If you want to continue to support me, then the best ways to do that are to like and subscribe. If you haven't already, follow me at twitch.tv/feeper7. I stream every day of the week except for Monday and Thursday. Keep playing games, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next one.